this is Lady Boulay, and thank you for clicking on the video. I just came back to make a statement about this picture. It came across my Facebook page, and I remembered what happened to Chrisette Michele back in 2016 when she performed at Donald Trump's inauguration. She received so much backlash that she was canceled. She went on podcasts talking about how she had been treated by the community for performing at the Trump inauguration. She did an interview on The Breakfast Club in 2017, and this is what she said. I regret everything that happened. I think it was a bad choice. Chrisette told The Breakfast Club hosts of her decision. A lot of times when you have a message of hope, a lot of times when you have a message of healing, you think you know. Maybe it's a self righteous thing. Maybe it's a mistake to feel that way. But you think, man, if I could just tell people everything will be okay, they'll hear me. While Chrisette admitted she didn't agree with Trump as president, she thought she could at least get one message through to him. I knew that he wasn't a good choice for the presidency. That was something we all knew together, she added. But there's always got to be some sense of hope. Again, that stage, that message on that stage was the wrong time and the wrong place. And I apologize deeply for the people that I hurt. So she ended up having to apologize for performing at that inauguration. Now we realize that timing was everything because at that particular time, very few black people were supporters of Donald Trump. So it looked like she was just going against the grain, going against her own people to support Donald Trump, maybe for money. And that brings us to this time around. What a difference a few years can make. Now that these black men have performed at this new inauguration, people are saying, well, they got so much money. He paid them so much money. Well, if anybody needed the money, it was her because according to the internet sources, they have a lot more money than she does. So she needed the money too. But the timing was off, but it's still something with black Americans that there's this animosity towards black women if they do anything that even closely resembles supporting a white man, white men and white women. And there doesn't seem to be any backlash. They don't seem to get canceled. I believe this woman was wronged. If we're going to go just on the face of her being an entertainer and going to an inauguration to get paid, then it should have been fair for her to go and get paid too. Because I don't know if she's still married or not, but Chrisette Michele was married to a black man. And the writer of this article states she now understands the magnitude of her choices, but revealed the backlash had far more tremendous impact on her than anyone could imagine. Prior to her interview, she unveiled on Instagram that she had experienced a miscarriage. I had a lot of things happen over the last few months, she explained when asked about why she chose to inform people of her struggles on social media. I just wanted people to know because I felt like people wanted to know if I was affected. They wanted to know what I was experiencing because it was so many words that people had, and I felt like maybe they don't know that I hear them. So instead of coming out with a song right away or an album right away, I wanted to say, it's been tough. These are the things that I've been going through. And the next art you hear from me will be about that. So she suffered some serious backlash for that. And she was canceled by a lot of black people, a lot of her supporters. But again, we have these black men here that performed at Donald Trump's inauguration this time around. And black men are wearing this as sort of a badge of honor. They seem to think that they're really in the white boys club now, which I think is a very big mistake. But Snoop came out, oh, I'm still a black man, I'm still this and I'm still that. These people, these entertainers buy into systems that we on the outside don't really understand. So we really don't know who's pulling the strings in these people's lives. So it's probably a good idea not to judge any of them, the men or the women. If they're not out here trashing black people and demeaning and degrading black people, but they're just performing for money, because that's what it comes down to in the end, then maybe if we're not going to be hard on the black men, maybe we shouldn't be hard on the black women either. There is a glaring double standard in the black American community that holds black women accountable and excuses black men. This is something that really needs to be corrected in our community, and the sooner the better. Here's a video that I came across that attempts to explain why those black men performed at Donald Trump's inauguration.
No wonder Snoop Dogg and Nelly performed at Trump's inauguration. They got something money can't buy. At 78, Donald Trump is back in office, and his inauguration ceremony had a whopping $170 million budget, inviting countless celebrities, including Snoop Dogg and Nelly. But what really shocked people was Snoop's appearance. Yes, you heard that right. This rap legend, who has openly criticized Trump in the past, actually performed at his grand event. Snoop has been very vocal about his dislike for Trump in the past, but after Trump pardoned Michael Harris of Death Row Records in 2021, Snoop's attitude seemed to shift. Sources say that Snoop's high-profile role as an NBC reporter during the 2024 Paris Olympics, where he broke viewership records, helped improve his public image and gain new supporters. This made him want to keep a good relationship with Trump, not just for financial reasons, but also for the reputation and influence he's been seeking. After all, not just anyone gets to perform at the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics. As for Nelly, he publicly stated that he wasn't in it for the money, but saw it as an honor to perform for the president. However, many doubted his reasoning, with some speculating.
So we see how they dressed it up for the men. They did it for clout. They did it because it's going to help one of their friends get out of jail. They did it because, they just did it because it's the presidential inauguration and that's an important event. But why couldn't she be given those same reasons for performing at the inauguration? So when Chrisette Michele did it, Donald Trump was not in good favor with many black people. But I guess he courted the right ones. We've had all kinds of degenerate black men jumping up supporting Donald Trump and making it seem like he's the best thing that ever happened. So why couldn't he have been that back when she was trying to do it? When she was trying to do it for money. Clearly these people are operating on a motive that, that's not just one thing. But anyway, I believe that Chrisette Michele was wronged. There should be an apology coming from some of the people who spoke so disdainfully of her. But she'll probably never get it. But she's a good singer, and I like her music. I like her music. So I hope she can get back to making good music, forgive herself if she thinks it was a mistake for her to do that, and get on with her life, because black people are fickle. We're one way one day and another way the next. This picture says it all. One black woman, four black men did the same thing at different times, but with different outcomes. So anyway, y'all, I would like to know what you think about this. I would like to know what black men and black women think about this. Is this a double standard, and is it fair? Is it fair to condemn her and overlook these men, these, older rappers who have a lot more money than she does? So they might have been doing it for clout, but most likely she was doing it for money. But anyway, let me know what you think about it. Give me a thumbs up and have a good evening.